I mean, what's up? What's up? What's popping, man? Hey, yo, it's NateDoggSac916 coming at you live from Sacramento, man. Hey, first of all, let me say rest in peace to young Dolph, man. It's unfortunate that another brother that was doing his thing in that rap game over there had to end so badly. You feel me? It's terrible. Hello, Freya. My name is Nathan with an E-N at the end. Top of the morning, y'all, man. What we talking about today, man? Ian, what's happening, bruh? I see you. You turn this off. Turn this off. Thought I'd go live and just talk about it, man. Talk about how so many people. Top of the morning, Tao. Is it Tao or Tuh? Greg Lopez, yeah, rest in eternal peace. I didn't know about the guy who listened to his music. That was awful to see his life cut short. Facts. Facts. I really didn't listen to bruh music. I honestly couldn't tell you one of his songs. But I know he was popping because I've heard of him. I knew I heard about him. But, you know, it's crazy that a lot of these people that are popping and stuff like that, they ended up dying, like Ian just said, in their own cities. It's crazy. Yeah, it ain't too much more to say about that, man. Stay prayed up, prayed up. I see you, man. And I was just listening to Crazy Stories live, and he was saying he gonna quit YouTube, quit social media, stuff like that, because it's too much. I guess bull crap. They'll kill him. They'll kill him. Hey, high speed. What's happening, bruh? Dre, what's happening, homie? What you got going on today, bruh? Yeah, I need to get your interview on that. You was over there, yeah. Facts. Yeah, I was over there listening to bruh for a minute, and I don't know what happened. He got out the car or something, but yeah, I thought I'd just go live. You know, keep the algorithm going. I've been doing pretty good lately. My numbers been going up, so I might as well. I was waiting for my interview. I had an interview planned for 9 a.m. But, you know. Oh, you at the house with the kids? That's right. Well, I don't really have resentment towards people, period. I just feel like, honestly, if I don't like you, I'm just not going to deal with you. I'm not going to give you the space to have in my brain or in my heart to have resentment towards you. Y'all can't hear me? Y'all can't hear me? Let me plug in the mic. You can't hear me? Oh, right. You can hear me now? Oh, yeah, that's true. That's a fact. You can hear me? All right, good stuff. But I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. Period. Just bro messaging me. Oh, not yet. Haven't caught you in a long time, Tax. Oh, good looking out, man. Oh yeah, absolutely. Duncan, what's happening, homie? Loud and clear. All right. Yeah, man. I gotta get a little citrus, you know. Keep the cold away. Putting you on Ray Vine. Post it. That's what's up. That's what's up. You know me. I just dropped my little one off at school. Can't wait to go back and pick her up. But, you know, she got to learn. You ain't got a baby. That's a little kid now. Timberland TV. What's happening, bro? I see you. Thanks for tapping in, man. Hit that like button. You know, we just chopping it up. You know, like I said, I started it out with the rest in peace, young Dolph. You know, and I'm not even going to act like I was like you know, his biggest fan or nothing like that. I don't know. I honestly don't know none of his songs off my head. You know, if you told me a song and I heard it, then maybe I heard it, but I really don't know none of Bruh's songs. I went and listened to one yesterday, and he got a cool little style. You know what I mean? Obviously, you know, he was making money, but he said something in the song, and I was like, wow. He said, when my son die, he gonna be rich for life. I mean, when I die, my son gonna be rich for life. Yeah. Yeah. I remember the first day of school. It was big. Unfortunately for me, fortunately and unfortunately for me, I was at work her first day of school, so mom took her. So mom just took me a picture, and she was good. She was in beast mode. She was ready to go see what's happening. She was like, "What's popping? We in here. Where's my school now?" That's the type of time she was on. That's my little mama doll. That's how she get out. But what we talking about, Mom? I know it's early Thursday. Ain't really nothing happening other than everybody talking about this young Dolph stuff. But like I said, man, it's all due respect to that man. You know what I mean? May he rest. You know, like I didn't really know him. I didn't really know his music like that. But I hate to see somebody get smacked like that. You know, anybody. You know what I mean? And I don't got no enemies, so I can't even say even my enemies, because I ain't got no enemies. I don't think about people enough to have enemies. Where was he from? Wherever he got killed at, that's where he was from. I know that for sure. Let me see. That's an easy thing to find. Memphis, Tennessee. He from Memphis. Oh no, he was born in Chicago. I thought everybody said he got killed in his hometown. Maybe he was raised in Tennessee. I don't know. Oh yeah, so his first album was called King of Memphis. So I guess he was born in Chicago, but he repped Memphis. Let's see, rap Memphis. Yeah. Well, what it is what I see it being, and I might be wrong, is a lot of these dudes that's really street dudes. They really street dudes getting into the rap game. It ain't really the rap game. It's street dudes getting into the rap game and still having one foot in the streets and one foot in the rap game. You know, because I'm gonna tell you now. Yes, this is NateDogg999 from San Diego. NateDoggSac916 from San Diego. But see, I'm gonna tell you now, if I'm making millions and millions of dollars off something, I ain't chilling in the hood. For what? I'm gonna give back. Yeah, facts. I would give back, but I'm not chilling in the hood. I ain't gonna do that, because I just be setting myself up for failure. Anything can happen in the hood. I ain't kicking in the hood. I don't kick it in the hood now. I go through, but I don't be hanging out in the hood. For what? Nah, that's what I'm not gonna do. I ain't kicking it in the hood. Yeah, but Tarzan always hits me with a different city, man. It's good. It's a lot of people on here. There's a lot of people on YouTube. That's true. Yep. Only thing I would say about the rap game is, if you a street dude, if you a real street dude, you real out there stomped down, real doing your stuff in the streets, and people want you anyway, if you really out there like that, and then you make it big, you didn't do nothing but put a so say we back in my days, Skylar, what's happening, bro? I see you. Tools up. And you out there in the streets and you already warring with other neighborhoods. So cats already want your head. They know about you. You putting in work, all the stuff, right? Then you get big. I don't know, Prince Angel. That's what Nipsey said. I ain't seen no paperwork. I don't know nothing about that dude. I'm not from 60s. But yeah, I don't know nothing about that dude. But that's what Nip said, and that's what allegedly caused the incident to happen. But let's say you out there and the enemies want you anyway, and then you make it big. All that do is make it even more of a strike to get you. That's more of a strike to get you. They don't care about the fact that you was a multimillionaire. You the one that got the homie, whoever. You the one that did this, did that. We want to get you anyway. So if we get you, you get big. That don't mean nothing but a bigger strike for that youngster. To put it in regular street terms, you know. So, you know, your best bet is if you make it big like that, stay away from all that. Facts. Facts. I'm from Del Paso Heights, man. Everybody know I'm from Del Paso Heights, man. But once I left all that alone, man. I ain't going to the hood hanging out, doing videos. For what? I've been there a couple times, done live a couple times. I go to my hood whenever I want to, but that ain't what it is. Say I get to 100,000 subs at some point for some reason. Say I make a video and it go viral somehow, if I'm lucky, right? And I get 100,000, 200,000 subs. Now I'm YouTube famous, right? Say that parlay into something else and I make more money and I get big. I'm not going to be, come on, man. Come on, man. You would think that they would want to take notes, but that ain't going to happen, bro. That ain't going to happen. That ain't going to happen. Let's put this link up, man. Let's put this link up in case anybody want to come tap in. Let's put this link in. How you put the link up? Invite. Yeah. It's been a second since I did it, so bear with me for a second. Copy. Paste. Did it work? I don't know if that link working, but I put the link up. Anybody want to come and chop it up about whatever? Let's talk about it. Oh yeah, for sure. You had to drop out to be. I guess I'll never be fan. Well, I mean, in order to really be a dropout, man, you really got to be a part of something, man. You can't. It's on there. All right. So I decided to come on here today. OG Steve, what's up, bro? That's my dude right there, man. He always, big salute, man. I appreciate you, man. Out there the East Coast, Allentown and nothing on that side, man. Big salute to Allentown, man. Big salute to the Allentown homies, man. Real talk. He got that big A hat on his thumbnail or whatever that's called, the profile picture. That's Allentown. Shout out in the East Coast. New York, right? New York. Yeah, I remember. The Bronx? It's the Bronx. Look at you. Look at you. Look, see? That's what I'm talking about, man. Good looking out, bro. Good looking out, bro. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate the salute. I appreciate the support, man. I really do. You know what I mean? You got to tell stories or you got no business speaking on it. Oh yeah, should nobody be talking about stuff that, especially if you say you're not part of that no more. You shouldn't be talking about the inner workings of no situation, no organizations, and no gangs. You shouldn't be talking about people's names. You shouldn't be doing none of that. None of that. Because look at it like this. You might hear somebody say, oh, well, he said I could, right? Well, me and Suicide, my homeboy from my neighborhood, we solid from the sandbox, right? He might not let nobody else talk about his stuff on YouTube. But if I say, hey, bro, I'm finna talk about you on YouTube, I'm finna tell your stories. I'm finna, you know what I mean? Not no stuff we was just in, but I'm gonna tell like confidential stuff on the thing. He ain't gonna tell me no. Does that make it okay? Does that make it okay for me to talk about confidential stuff you shouldn't be talking about on YouTube because the person you're talking about said you could? Does that make it all right? Or is it still telling confidential? Is that still telling confidential information? Allentown, PMC, the Bronx Ave. There you go. Embarrassing stuff. I wouldn't say that if I had an embarrassing story to tell about one of my homeboys and I told it, I wouldn't say that that was like some foul stuff. But if I'm coming on here and telling you stuff that this person ordered this person to do this and we did this on the yard, but it was ordered by this person, bruh, that's information. That's information you don't need to be sharing. Now, if I say I went and handled some stuff, then I just went and handled it. I don't need to tell you who, if I got an order to do it, if I chose to do it or any of that. That ain't none of your business. That ain't none of your business. You know what I mean? And it ain't none of my business to be talking about it. You know what I mean? If I told you a story about suicide, it's because I was there with him when it happened. So it's my story. Those are stories I tell because they mine. You feel me? I got stories on my channel about removals. The Bronx, the building. Hey, Tarzan, I got some stories on my channel about removals. Dry snitching, facts. Yeah. That's hey, look, and you get a lot of these dudes these days saying, hey, Tex, hey, to be totally honest with you, bro, I ain't even be paying attention to that. I know it's a hot subject to talk about, but I don't know. I can't say either way, honestly, because I haven't done no research. I haven't looked at nothing about it. I know who it is, but I couldn't tell you exactly what happened because I don't know. Salute. Big salute to the Keyways, man. Big salute to the Keyways. For those who don't know what Keyway mean, that's Crip in Swahili. That's the Crips in Swahili. Salute to the Keyways from the Damus, man. Yeah. What's poppin', bro?
What's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, is that Ian?
Ian. My face camera's broken because I got my screen replaced and the dude didn't fix it right. My bad. Can you hear me though?
Oh, I heard a female voice at first. I was like, oh, I was going to take you back off the screen.
That's my mom's.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
shopping for my mom's.
Salute, mom.
Yeah. He said, salute, moms.
Hello.
Hello, ma'am. How you doing today?
I'm fine, thanks.
So,
yeah, go ahead.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I just find it strange that people usually get most resentment with the people that they grew up with.
Right.
You know, like, I guess it's one thing to see a rapper who's got money and all this flashy stuff, and then if you don't know him, you know, it's easy just to disregard it on how he got it or whatever. But like, if you went to school with him, if you came up with him, I could see that building a lot more resentment. And I just don't understand why people still feel it necessary, because I don't think that he's puts the type in the streets like that to have that many enemies. I could be wrong, but I just don't understand why people feel so. I'm sorry.
he was about that life. So I know he had beef with people because that's all I know about him is that he had beef with people.
Oh, okay.
Like, see, I really don't, like I said earlier, I really don't know about his music and stuff because I never really listened to his music. And, salute to his music. Obviously, it was hitting because he was getting money. But I do know that he did have beef with people, so.
Okay, well.
And just to answer Timberland's question, yeah, there was a very large population of those people in the California Department of Corrections.
Oh, okay. So you're talking about SY.
Nah, BGF. But
okay.
But I am not authorized or allowed to speak on their business or who I know or knew or am associated with in that organization. So I am not a part of that organization. So therefore, and even if I was, I wouldn't speak on it. Code of silence is real in some spots.
Well, yeah, man. Speaking of that,
for the record, there was a very large population, Timberland TV.
For that concept right there, the code of silence, right? I know a lot of people think that when it comes to the code of silence, like you do it in the regards of taking the less of a risk of apprehension, but people don't understand that if people who follow the code of silence, the only beef you should expect is somebody trying to hurt you, not actually getting arrested. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it doesn't make it easier, if you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I hear you.
The code of silence, and but it's so hard, in my opinion, to be about that and be on Front Street with the whole world looking at you.
Well, you can't. That's the thing. You can't. It's only in that case. It's only in my opinion, of course, my humble opinion. I say that a lot. It's only a matter of time if you about that life, whether you done made it famous or not. If you stay on that type of time, even after you make it famous, it's only a matter of time before something happens. Either you go to prison or get killed.
Yeah,
if you're still living like that.
I mean, people will become allies just to come get you.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? So it's like you said.
According to General Text, I guess bruh been hit up 2 times before, so he already had posts put in him before.
Oh, wow.
So obviously he was already funking with people.
Yeah, no, obviously. I mean, but then again, we can't disregard the fact that just being from your city and making it big without even being with the business can make people want you.
Tiny Faye. Okay, here's the question. Nate, how do you balance that line when it comes to this YouTube when others have been around it, don't follow it? Do you just unengage or disengage?
Facts.
Yeah, that's exactly what I do. If I'm around people that I know the rules and know how we supposed to conduct ourselves, even after backing up and doing this family stuff and all that, I still know the rules. I still know what I'm supposed to speak on, what I'm not. And when I hear people start speaking on stuff that I know we're not supposed to speak on it, if I rock with you, if I associate with you, I'm going to call you on it and I'm going to tell you about it. I'm not going to do it on YouTube. I'm not going to do it on Instagram. I'm going to call you direct, or I'm going to pull up on you and tell you about it. Like, bro, you know that was wrong. You know you shouldn't be doing that. And then if a person, and if that person, we're not in prison no more. So in prison, off top, we got to get down. We got to get down. Okay. And if you do it again, you got to go. All right.
Right.
So now on the streets, I'm going to tell you about it. Now, if you did a video or something that has that in it and you keep it up and you don't take it down after we talked and you're supposed to be somebody I rock with or I really, really rock with in a real way and you leave it up, then I'm going to just stop messing with you all the way around.
Absolutely.
I'm going to just stop messing with you. The fade was you taking it down if we want to relate it to prison. The fade was me telling you about it and you taking it down. I shouldn't have to tell you to take it down. If I tell you, you know that's against the rules, you shouldn't have been talking about that. And you agree with me when I say this, and you still leave that video up, then you saying you don't give a crap. It's not about me. It's about you saying screw the rules. I'm doing what I want to do. I can do whatever I want. Facts.
And it's not really.
And I can do whatever I want. Not associate with you.
Absolutely. It's not really even about like, oh, this or that. It's about morals, and these are people's lives you're speaking on, and you're showing a disregard for people's lives. That's the reality of it. Regardless of what somebody's involved in, whatever, it's to speak on somebody else's life. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Which a fact.
And, you know, it's just,
but even
it really does
even
boil down to morals and caring.
Even not even talking about other people's stories, but to be talking about information that you're not supposed to be talking about on social media. Like, you ain't supposed to be talking about where we hit our cell phones. You're not supposed to be telling people how to make a knife. You're not supposed to be, you're not supposed to be doing none of that. And those is just some little things. You know what I mean? Those is just some little things, but we're not supposed to be putting that. That's why you never see me make a video about how to make a knife. That's why you never see a video me telling you where or how to hide a cell phone. What I'm gonna tell? If I make a video about how to hide a cell phone, guess what's gonna happen? I'm gonna tell you exactly what's gonna happen. You don't gotta guess. The Department of Corrections, who are subscribed to the channel or who whatever knows somebody that's subscribed to the channel, whatever, are gonna go watch that video and then go search those spots at every cell.
Right.
So then I'm basically getting everybody else's phones caught.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Just for what,
Right.
It's just that when you actually spent all that time, like, because I remember, man, like, I only did like 30 days and I got to know people down to their deepest level. I can imagine doing years with somebody, how good you get to know people, and you learn to care about people. So, like, the idea that you would do that and have disregard for people that you spent years living in a bathroom with, it's just crazy.
My thing is this is like, you remember how hard it is in there if you did time. And you did time, you knew how hard it was to really make something shake. Really make something shake. It's not easy, man. People think, oh, it's drugs and this and that. Man, all that, man. It's hard to make stuff shake in prison. So what I look like, just because I'm free and I'm out here and I'm living my life and I'm doing it the right way, I got a job, whatever, I'm doing whatever I got to do to make my family survive legally, right?
Right.
So I shouldn't care about the fact that it's thousands and thousands of individuals in there still living it the hard way.
And the fact that their hustle might be supporting their family.
So now it's okay for me to give up all their game.
And the fact that is that their hustle might be supporting their family.
Oh no, a lot of even if it ain't their family, it's supporting them.
Right, absolutely.
I mean, cool. I mean, don't get me wrong, cool if it is, cool if they are, but in a way, no matter who is supporting, it is supporting your family. Because if let's say for me, for instance, I did some things in prison I wasn't supposed to be doing. I figured out a way to get cell phones. I figured out how to sell them to people and get money to take care of myself, right? And send money out to my family, right? But say I didn't send no money out to my family. Say
they didn't. They're not sending you money.
But they don't need to send me money anymore.
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's awesome, actually.
So it's like a ripple effect. If I can make my own money, you don't have to send me money. Therefore, it is helping you because it's saving you that money you would have felt like you were obligated to send me.
Absolutely. I mean, of course, we always appreciate the obligation, but it doesn't mean they have to honor it,
And that's like people saying I should do videos with people in sales, right? I should interview people in sales, right? Right. I've had people say that to me, right? I don't know nobody who got a cell phone.
Exactly.
I don't know nobody who got a cell phone. Everybody who called me Colette.
That's right. With that big old stupid warning that comes up just to screw up your conversation.
Tiny Faye, what you talking about? A lot of non-California prison users don't understand why SNY yards were initially created. You had the best response to this by far, and it made perfect sense. Right. And I think, hold on, Timberland. And I think you're talking about when I went on Dirty Weathers Live, and because Tim Snow was asking a lot of questions about SNY in California and all that. If I'm correct, that's when you're talking about my response to it. But I'll give it again for those who missed it. My response to why California has SNY yards and in some of these other states say, oh, we don't have SNY yards over here. Okay. We got SNY yards because we was killing rapists. We was killing child molesters. We was killing rats. So once the body count got up so much, they was like, we got to do something to protect these people. There was too many lawsuits from families of people getting killed, not beat up, not killed, murdered in prison because of their crimes. So that's why they ended up, oh, we got to separate. Now, what it turned into later, people just tapping out just to tap out. People can't handle it no more. People jumping out the back seat of the police car and right onto a SNYR, all that. That's what it turned into. But back when they created it because people lives was really in danger. Now, if I don't know what's going on in other states, I don't know what's going on with other states. I don't know what they got going on. I don't know if they just said we don't care, or maybe enough lawsuits, or maybe enough people wasn't getting killed. You know what I mean? But in California, they created for that reason. They was created for that reason and that reason alone. Period. I don't care what. Don't listen to what none of these other YouTubers talking about why they was created and all that. Usually those people who got a different reason why it was created were probably on an SNYR.
And in other states, they don't necessarily have special needs yards. You're just going to be put in solitary confinement forever. You know what I mean?
Right.
And to protect you. And people can't cope with that either. You know
and
what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
know. I don't know nobody. Who was it that caused the cell raise 2 years ago from YouTube? Yeah, I don't remember who that was who did that, Fred. I don't know. But it's like I hear these dudes these days, man, a lot. Yeah, capping out that pill call. I seen that, dropping a slip. Yeah. But I seen these people on YouTube lately. These dudes is getting real big and real famous and all this, talking about Sean Blue. I see you. Talking about stuff like the PC is the new mainline. Nah, the mainline's just smaller now. That's all.
Exactly.
That's all. Because there's so many PCRs. But the PC ain't the mainline. The PC is still the PC. So don't sit here and talk about, oh, I went on PC, but that's where PC's at. Look, what? Nah, bro.
What do you think the percentage?
Young, shout out to Pate Young. He just said something the other day, like,
I was about to quote that.
He said like 90% of the yards in prison are turning into PC yards. And I'm like,
do you think that's an accurate number?
I don't know. I don't really keep tapped in, but probably. And then like, hey, look, who said that? How did you not catch a street charge for your assault on the Chomo? What are you talking about, Dr. Andrew Kramer? Oh, you mean the assault I had in prison? Are you talking about the assault I had in prison, Dr. Kramer?
Yes, he's talking about that.
Oh, he already responded?
No, but I'm sure that's what he's talking about. I don't know what else he'd be talking about.
Okay, so I've had this question a lot on Big Herc's channel. People make comments on my video asking how I didn't catch cases for the stabbings I had and for the assaults I had. Let me explain. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and explain to you guys how prison system works, right? So when I was in prison, in 97 to 2014, I got arrested in 96. Before somebody comes in the comments, you said you caught your case in 96. I did. I didn't go to prison till 97 though. But 97 to 2014. When I was in prison, if you stabbed somebody and got caught, you were subject to a rules violation report. You were subject to discipline from the administration of the prison. What they would do is they would send a DA referral to the local DA, whatever prison you happen to be in. I had one sent to Lassen County DA. Actually, I had two sent to Lassen County. See, the two to the Lassen County DA.
Pick it up or they don't.
And they have a choice whether or not to pick up that case. What they don't do, if you're in High Desert, California, or Pelican Bay, California, well, Crescent City, California, and Pelican Bay, what they don't do predominantly is pick up cases for inmate on inmate assaults. They do not pick up on a regular. I say I don't even know how many percent they do pick up. But for inmate on inmate assault, they don't pick up the case. If you assault a guard, they're going to pick up the case. They're going to take you to court. Now,
their system's flooded and
now, in the prison system, you will definitely get a year for stabbing somebody. You'll get 1 year for stabbing somebody the first time. But you only get a year if you have a year good time to give. They're not giving you, they can't, the prison system, for those who don't know, the prison system cannot give you more time than the judge gave you at your initial court date, at your initial court, at your initial trial or whatever. The prison can't give you more time than the max of which you were sentenced to. So the prison, Dolph, I see you, Detroit in the building. So basically, if the judge sentenced me to 18 years, that's what I was sentenced to, 18 years flat, right? With 85%. So that means I had 15% of good time on my in my file when I got there. Of course, I maxed it all out, right? So when I was supposed to get out in 2010, so obviously I maxed out almost 4 years, right? So I maxed out to where I had to do all of my time except for maybe 2 months, right? Which I end up getting back at the end because if for a fight after 6 months good, you can get that fight 90 days back. So I end up getting 2 months back, but the prison can't go past what your initial sentence was unless they send it to a DA and a DA picks up the case and takes you to trial again and gives you a judge has to give you more time. So when people ask me, for everybody that asks, what? Yeah, your Wi-Fi is terrible like always, bro. So I don't know what you said.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, now I hear you.
Hello. Okay.
Matt Moonbeam.
Have you ever seen somebody beat a case that was picked up by the DA?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
And the crazy thing is in New Folsom, a lot of people were getting DA referrals for drugs. And I've seen a lot of those cases. I seen somebody with one of those cases beat that.
You don't have to go into detail about it, but I'm sure it wasn't easy.
Yeah, Dr. Andrew Kramer. They can't add more time unless a judge does it. Only a judge can add more actual time than your initial sentence. Now they can take away the prison can take away all your good time, but it's in increments. They can't take it all away at once. They can't say, oh, okay, well, you stabbed somebody, we're taking all your good time. No, there's a specific set of rules that determine how much they can take per write-up, depending on what the write-up was. And you have to have a hearing and everything right there in there. And you can take that all the way to Sacramento. Because the Department of Corrections offices is in Sacramento for no matter what prison you're in. So
Sacramento is the capital.
Yeah, so everything has to go to Sacramento in the end. It's called the CSR board. Any kind of transfer has to go to Sacramento first. All that, they have to go to the CSR board. Hold on 1 second. Let me see. Yeah, but man, so everybody who asked me, 115 is get 90 days in the shoe unless it's a murder or explicit intent. Hey, bro, I don't know how it works in Florida, bro. I only can speak on how it works in California in the time that I was in there. From 1997 to 2014, can't nobody tell me nothing about how the prison system worked at that time period. Because I know I've been to the shoe, I've been to the hole, I've been on good yards, I've been on, when I say good yards, I mean programming yards that's just not really popping all the time. And when I say a bad yard, I mean yards that's popping all the time. And I've been on bad yards. I don't mean S&Y and GP. I don't mean, that's not the difference. I was only GP the whole time.
I mean, I can understand why.
I was never go young DJ. You asked the question, talk about the process of getting validated. Now, first and foremost, for the record, I've never been validated. I've never been part of a prison gang. You have to be part of a prison gang to be validated. However, they do need validation points. And I've never been validated. I have not researched the validation process, but from what I've heard from other people who have been validated, it's a point process. They check your tattoos, they check your mail, they check stuff like that, affiliations, who you've been into it with, incidents, stuff like that. So I really can't answer that and say that I know, because I don't, go young DJ. But I'm sure there's some people out here that would share that. I don't really know how to be, what the actual criteria for being validated is. But I do know you have to be part of a prison gang.
I do know that the main line can be. I remember Biggie was talking about this. People will get face tats and stuff just to get put and validated to get out of a situation. You know what I mean? That's just what Biggie was saying.
But I believe that that's a possibility. But I believe you need more than 1 point to get validated. You need more than 1 point.
They be giving people points for crazy stuff, though.
Yeah, you know I know the criteria. I don't know the actual criteria for validation. That's why I told Go Young DJ I really couldn't honestly give him an honest opinion or honest response to that because I don't know. I do know that they have different separations in prison. You got validated gang members, you got street gang members, and you got non-affiliates.
Isn't the street gang members called a security threat group?
A disruptive group, yeah.
Disruptive group, okay.
Disruptive group, yeah. So I was definitely part of a disruptive group. Nick, what's up, bro? Pull up. The link in the bio. Or link in the bio. The link in the comments, bruh. Want me to post it again? I'll post it again. Hold on.
It's not like you had any control over that.
But I mean, you got to understand the distance. Understand the difference with me, right? I came into prison a gang member. I was a gang member on the streets, so I came into prison a gang member. I didn't go into prison and join a gang. You know, I'm from my neighborhood, like all my life. Like I'm from Del Paso Heights. Like that's it. That's all. Right. I mean, I ain't never repped nothing else. I've lived other places, but I've never repped nothing else but Del Paso Heights.
But like,
let's
say,
bro?
Like me personally, like if you end up in Sacramento County Jail, and you just so happen to be talking to a certain group of people, wouldn't they classify you like that?
Nah. But they never classify you. Just because you walk into a pod and you hang out with a couple bloods and you talking to a couple bloods once or twice or 3 times, that don't validate you as a gang member. You know what I mean? You in the county jail, you gotta be. They gotta have more than just he hung out with the bloods in the pod. The pod ain't that big. Who I'm supposed to hang out with? And most of the pods are full of gang members. So, but I mean, in my county, when I was in my county, they did keep the bloods on the east side and they kept the Crips on the west side. So if you're a non-affiliate, you can go to east or west. It don't matter. So that don't mean you a Crip or a blood because you go to either side. So that kind of math wouldn't even work for them to validate you just because you went over there and hung out with some people.
That's a good analogy, Nate.
Oh, okay.
So let me ask you, Nate, what would get you validated as a gang member?
Well, validated in prison is something different than being classified as a gang member. Okay, so classified as a gang member and validated as a gang member. So validation is something that only happens in prison.
But you could be a known gang member on the street, but you only get validated when you go to prison?
No. Okay, so let me make it real clear. So in order to be a validated gang member, you have to be a part, and they have to be able to prove that you're a part with a certain amount of points. I don't know the exact amount of points because I've never been validated and I've never been part of a prison gang. So you have to be a validated member of the Big Five. So it's like those are specific prison gangs. Like the Mexicans have one, the whites have one, the blacks have one. You know what I mean? So I think it's 3 or 4 different prison gangs that get validated. But in order to be classified as a gang member, in a county jail or jail, like off top classification, if you got a gang related crime, that's off top. They putting that in your classification. Me personally, I had a gang related crime, so that off top had me as classified as a gang member. But first thing they do in reception, which is the prison you go to when they decide where they're going to send you or whatever, it's basically a classification prison reception. One of the first things the lieutenant's going to ask you when you go to your classification hearing is who you run with. That's the first thing he gonna say, who you run with. And most cats, back in the days, you know, you young, you don't know the politics of prison, you don't know all that works. You're gonna say, man, I'm a blood. What you mean?
Right. You don't even know that you're just fucking your whole shit up.
You don't know that just put a label on you throughout the whole rest of your time.
Fuck, man.
You know what I mean? Right. You just thinking, I'm a blood, so yeah, I'm a blood. Yeah. But that's the same thing as like because they keep you segregated in California prisons. Like they don't put Bloods in the cells with Crips. If you got that on your card, they gonna make sure you go in a cell with another Blood or with a non-affiliate cell,
right?
Huh?
But if you don't say anything, they could put you in a pod full of Crips, and you might get hurt, right?
No, you definitely, you better. If you go into a pod full of Crips, you better take off.
No, what he was saying, Nate, he was like, what if you tell them you're not a gang member and then they throw you in with your rivals? That's why a lot of people have to tell their gang affiliation, because they might have tattoos and end up, the other guys might see it. So you sometimes get caught in a situation where you have to reveal your gang.
Okay, hold on, Ivan. I see you. MB never
don't have to do anything.
Yeah, okay, so wait, let me say something real quick to clarify that real quick, right? So county jail, if you do that, you're gonna get packed out. You're gonna get packed out. Facts. No questions about it. In prison, though, right, if you come in there non-affiliated and they put you, say I go to a prison and I was smart enough younger because stuff I learned later. If I would have knew it before, I would have said I'm a non-affiliate, right?
Right.
Say they put me in a cell with a Crip, right? Okay, this the only cell open, it's a Crip. All I'm gonna do is be on some convict shit, right? I'm gonna go in a cell. They gonna close me in. I'm gonna say, hey, bruh, these people don't know it. I'm a Damu, bruh. Tomorrow I'm gonna find a homie to move in with, and I'm gonna move out. It's that simple. It's that simple. All that. Oh, if they put a Blood in a Crip in a cell together in prison, it's an automatic own. It ain't automatic own with the Bloods and Crips in prison like that. I mean, not in California. You know what I mean? And more than likely the Crip, I mean, more oftentimes than not, the Crip gonna be on the same. Oh, it's good, bruh. It's good, but you do. I mean, he ain't gonna. It depends on the person, but most of the time it's gonna be like, okay, bruh. But if he tripping, then y'all could just stump. I mean, it's just a head up. But right, either way, more times than not, a cat gonna be like, yeah, all right, bro. And then he gonna tell you where your people at. You'll be like, oh yeah, okay, bro. In the morning, your homeboy live down here in cell 210, man. You just go down there and holler at him, bro. He'll tell you where you can move to, bro. But you good, you welcome to stay tonight. You need a soup or something? You got, because you just came off the bus. You hungry, you can eat, all that. That's exactly how it happened. It's never happened to me, but it's happened. I've had it happen to homies where homies came, hey, I just got off the bus, bro. They got me in a cell with a Crip. It was a white Blood, but they don't got me labeled as a gang member. So they put me in a cell with bruh, but I need to move with a homie on trip. We're going to go to the program office. We're going to get this marriage chrono signed and we're going to have you cell moved. That easy. All right. Okay. Now question. Somebody want to come up on the panel. I want to be respectful to everybody. Nick. Yeah. It's Ivan. He want to come up on the panel. So,
I got some shit I gotta do, Nate.
All right, well, I don't want nobody being disrespectful to nobody.
Nate, I like your style, brother. Nate Dogg, one of the best YouTubers, you guys. I'll probably be leaving YouTube real soon. I'm gonna be leaving y'all in the hands of Nate. I'm out, Nate. 100. Okay?
All right, bro. One. All right, what's happening, man?
It was good. So I had a question for you. So when you were explaining that situation, is there like common rules that are laid out amongst gamers where now respect?
But when you went out on the yard patrol,
hold on,
it was on because they knew that you knew that and you purposefully went out there.
Your Wi-Fi is horrible, bro. What'd you say? Hold on, Ivan. What'd you say, Ian?
I'm sorry. I said when you went out on that yard with the Crips, it was on because they knew that you chose to make that decision, correct? That's what made that different.
Well, that was different. That's not a cell thing. That was a shoe thing. Shoe was on site with damn near everybody, right? You need to get new Wi-Fi, bro. You need to get a mobile Wi-Fi, man. But so the shoe is different. Shoe was pretty much on with everybody, but that had already been designated a Crip yard. So when I went out to that yard, I knew already, and they knew already what it was.
Right. So they know you chose that.
Yeah, that's absolutely. Now, what was that question you asked, Ivan?
All right. So my question was, when you explain that situation, is it depend? I think both will answer, but he's saying it depends on the car, like of how the respect would go. Because if you've been housed with like a Hispanic,
no,
would it kind of be like?
No, I'm talking. Okay, so let me clarify that. So when I'm talking about them putting you in a cell with somebody that's not the same car as you, all blacks are the same car to most institutions. So most institutions don't classify you by blood and crib. They just you black and they put you in a cell. So they do not put a black in a cell with a Southern. They're not going to put a black in a cell with a Mexican or black in a cell with a white on some accidental shit. It don't happen like that. No, definitely. But
no, the racial stuff's obvious.
If I was to go in and say, hey, I run with the whites or I run with the Mexicans. You know what I mean? Like the homie Neil Dazad. I guarantee every prison he went to, when he first came to prison, when he went to classification, he told them, I run with the Mexicans. I run with the Southern Mexicans because he know he can't go in a cell with a black.
Yeah.
Because that's against their rules.
Yeah.
Like if you want to us, you can't go in a rule with one of them.
Yeah.
Not even for one night. Not even for one night.
Okay.
That's like I went to the hole once because I came to a yard, new to a yard. They said, okay, you're in cell boop-de-boop. I think that was in New Corcoran, I believe. Was it New Corcoran? I think it was in New Corcoran. But I went up to go to the cell. They popped the door and before they popped the door, they was waiting for everybody who came off the bus to go stand in front of their doors. And the dude I was supposed to come to the cell with came to the door. He was like, what's going on, man? But his what's going on, man, wasn't what's going on, man. It was a little sugar in it, right? No disrespect to no communities, but it was a little sugar in it. I'm like, what's happening with you, bro? Where you from, homie? And he was like, I'm not from nowhere, whatever he say he was from, blah, 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 blah. I say, I go to the crack where he can hear my voice. I say, bro, you a punk, bro? He like, yeah. I'm like, all right, I'm not coming in there, bro. I not even for 1 second. You know what I mean? Because I wasn't going to have that stain on my jacket according to the prison politics of it. You know what I mean? I wasn't going to do it. I went back down to the podium. Man, I can't sell. I'm not going in that cell, man. You got to find a different cell for me. And they was like, that's the cell we assigned you to. Well, I mean, I'm sure y'all, and then I said it just like this. I'm sure y'all got a cell in Aztec somewhere I could sit in. Yeah. You know what I mean? And they was like, what? I was like, this ain't no big discussion. I'm not going in there. Where y'all putting me at? And we'll take you to the hole. They try to intimidate you with that. I'll take you to the hole shit. Like I'm supposed to, okay, I'll go in there. So I went to the hole for like 3 days and then they found another cell for me. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's certain places where you won't go in a cell, period. It's certain, like if I was to walk up to my first cellie, anybody watch my channel? My first cellie on the main line was J-Dog, the white blood from Fresno that I did an interview with. I went to his door and seen him and was like, and I started to turn around. I was like, I can't go in this cell, man. And he came to the door. Hey, brother, hey, homie, come here. I'm like, what's up? He like, no, I run with the Bloods, homie. I'm black. I run with the blacks. I'm like, oh, okay. All right, bet. Because at first, all I saw was a white dude in there. You know what I mean? That's not nothing I needed to think about. It was time for me to go. You know what I mean? That's simple. So.
Yeah, it makes sense. So when it comes down to like racial, I mean, like, is it harder for people that are of another race, like that white blood? Did he have when something came up with racial stuff? Were people like looking to make sure he was accounted for, or he had to be the first one out there when racial stuff jumped out?
I'm sure at first it was, but by the time I ran into him, he had already got his rep up, so he didn't need to. He didn't need to do no proving no more. I mean, by the time I ran into him, he was already He was already established as an individual who was a rider, so it wasn't no more. It wasn't no more questions. High Street County Jail don't want to get none. Hold on, Ivan. Hold on. High Street County Jail didn't want to get validated, so told them I'm from Sacramento. They put me in the right wing. RCCC was honors yard about 0304. Absolutely, that's how it happens, bro. Hold on. Yeah, that's exactly how it happens. No, I didn't meet those people, Bofa. Oh, good luck now, Chris. I'm glad you checked that. That's a solid dude, man. I still talk to him now every day. Not every day, but regularly. Hey, y'all, I gotta go. I got some stuff to get into, man. I gotta go get this interview knocked out. Thanks for pulling up. Like I said, anybody ever want to pull up on my channel, you're more than welcome, as long as you keep the bull crap off my channel. I don't do beef on my channel. I don't do crap talking on my channel. I don't do no disrespect, whether it's around the bush or not on my channel. But if you got something, if you got something to add to the conversation, you're more than welcome to pull up. So other than that, man, if y'all don't do nothing else, man, y'all stay loyal, man. It's NateDogg916 live from Sacramento, man.